we should be here. Hi! Hello! Welcome! Hello. We are here. Hello, chat, and hello, Emiya. Hi!
Hi, it's great to be back.
It's good to be back. It's always a joy to hear you, Emiya.
Likewise.
How are you all doing today, chat? Are we? Alanis asks, can she get a 10-word summary of Fate Stay Night so far? Honestly, I think the title of the stream says it all.
Incredibly homoerotic magical failures.
Ring gay, thank you, Sudani. Love it. Also, while I was starting the stream, I noticed a mistake. I hadn't changed the thumbnail for this video and it still said part 2. And I changed...
I feel like when you space 3 parts over a couple weeks, no one will actually notice.
It's okay, don't worry about it, don't worry about it.
Fine.
But yeah, we're here, and today we are actually going to get through the prologue. There's no way God himself will have to smite us.
Did we not get through the prologue?
We haven't, no!
Oh, so what it... Okay, that was chapter 2 of the prologue.
Yeah, that was day 2 of the prologue, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Also, hello, Joan! As much as I love Saku's theme, I'm going to stop it right here, and I'm just going to open the game. So give us a moment while it loads.
I think you should also probably stream it to me if you want my help.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. First of all... share screen. Fate Stay Night to Anya on Discord. And on my end, why is it not capturing? One second, chat. One moment. Can capture 3. Jill can hear it, but there we go. Again, the thrust like fucking lightning. Since we haven't gotten past the prologue, we haven't gotten to the fucking title screen. And I am too afraid of just pressing the skip button at the beginning, so I just like manually load every time. Don't worry about it. Prologue, but when are we going to see the amateur log? Thank you, Iris, very cool.
That's our job.
Thank you so much! So finally, we're moving on to the next day. So, can you see this?
Yep, we're all good.
You're all good. Is the volume levels okay for chat? Will we see the con log? Shut up. After breakfast, I clearly explain my immediate plans.
Nani?
What, you're going to school?
Yeah, do you have a problem with that, Archer?
No problems, it's just...
Archer hesitates, but does not object. Sounds okay? Good. He must have realized yesterday that I'm not the type to take back my decisions. I can kind of tell without him saying so. Archer is sarcastic, but he has an honest side to him, so it seems he won't complain about something he's accepted. Yes, in other words, he's faithful in an awkward way. This is my conclusion. No, more of an intuition after watching Archer fall for all of yesterday. He turned!
I hate when they rotate to face. Now, you must always be cautious of other masters. School is a place where it's hard to remain prepared against sudden attacks. I disagree.
She also disagrees.
私はマスターになったからって今までの生活を変える気はないわ。
God, that's a lot of dialogue, Rin.
マスター同士の戦いは人
I'll
目を
just
避け
wait a
るもので
moment
し
to
ょ。
not overlap too much with
それ
her
なら
lovely
人目に
voice.
つく学校にいれば不意打ちされることはまずないと思うけど。
That's not true. Look, Archer, even though I am a master now, I do not intend to change my lifestyle. Besides, a battle between masters is something that should be done out of the public view, right? So, if we are at school, where there are lots of people, I don't think we'll see any kind of surprise attack.
そうか。リンがそう決めたのなら、私は従うだけだ。
I see. If that's what you've decided, I can only obey.
Literally, because she fucking imposed a command spell on you.
だが、霊体化して君の護衛をするぐらいはいいのだろうな。まさか、学校に行っている間はここに残れ、などとは言うまい。
But I can guard you in spirit form, right? You don't intend for me to stay here while you go to school.
当たり前じゃない。
Of course not, not just at school, but I will want you by my side whenever I go outside. It is the servant's role to protect the master, so I will be counting on you.
それを聞いて安心した。信頼に応
I'm
える
relieved
の
to
は
hear
騎士の
that.
務め。
It's the duty of a knight to answer
Says
trust
extraño
placed on
soto
us. I shall do my best to meet your expectations.
For extra context on this, because I don't think it has been brought up, but whenever he says anything about knights specifically, he refers to Archer, Saber, and Lancer are considered the knight classes.
Gotcha.
And then Rider, Caster, and Assassin are considered the cavalry classes.
だがリン、もしもの話だが、その安全な場所に
But
敵がいたとしたら、どうす
Just
る？
hypothetically, what would you do if there were an enemy in that safe place?
Can I just say I'm so fucking tired of Archer's hypotheticals? Fucking
Hypothetically.
Ben
Hear me
Shapiro.
Let's
Someone.
say for the sake of debate, there was an enemy in the safe place.
何？学校にマ
What?
スターがいる
Are
か
you
もしれない
suggesting
って
there
こと
might be a master at school? No.
That would completely shock me.
そうだ。確かに、学び屋には生徒と教師以外は入りにく
That's
いが、
right. It's certainly hard for anyone who isn't a teacher or a student to get in.
厄介ではな
But
いのか。
wouldn't it be a problem if someone already there is a master?
それはないんじゃないか
I
な。
don't think that's possible. In this town, there's only one family of magi other than the Tohsaka. That other family has declined and they don't even have a master. I
That
see.
doesn't.
マスターになっていないと、どうしてわかる？
How do you know there isn't a master?
あのね、うち以外に魔術師の家系がいるんなら、真っ先に確かめるのは当然でしょ？
It's only natural to investigate another family of magi in the same town.
そいつマスターにはなってなかったし、あっちの家系の後継者にはマスターになるだけの魔力
He
が
isn't
ないか
a
ら
master,
無視して
and his
構わない
successor
わ。
doesn't have enough magical energy to become a master, so we can just ignore them. Also, give me a moment. Oh my god. Oh my god, this track is remixed for Fate Grand Order. I have heard this before. I have heard this track before.
そうか。つまり、リンの通う学校には、もう一人魔術師がいるのだな。
I see. So there's another Magus
マ
at
スター
school
に
you
な
go
れるほどの魔
to,
力を持
but
ち合
you
わせてい
say
る
that Magus doesn't have sufficient magical energy to become a master. Is that correct?
I need you to see he's fucking concerned. He doesn't buy it for a fucking moment. I think most tracks from this are remixed for Grand Order. I love that though. I imagine that was the case, but I have never actually heard it before. So I'm glad.
そういうこと。だから他のマスターは外からやってくる連中が大半のはず。そんな連中が学校にまでやってくることはないでしょ。
Exactly. So most masters will probably be coming from elsewhere. I don't think such people could come to the school.
まあ、今の段階ではな。
Well, for now at
だがリン、
least.
何事にも例外は存
But
在する。
Rin, there are always
もし学校に
exceptions.
君が知らない
What
魔
if
術
there's
師
a
がいたと
Magus
した
at
ら
your school that you
どう
don't
する？
know about?
だからいないってば。
Like I said, there aren't any. Magi are sensitive to other magi. If we were at the same school for a year, I should be able to sense other magi no matter how well they hide it.
断言するけど、うちの学校に
I will
私たちは
state
二人しかいない
with
わ。
confidence that there are only two magi at our school. One of them is me, and the other is only an apprentice who doesn't have enough power to become a master.
わかった？
Do you
アーチャー
understand?
の用心は
Your caution is just needless worrying. It is completely impossible.
Do you fucking
だ
get
か
it?
らもしもの話だ物事には常に裏目が存在する
That's why this is only a hypothetical scenario. There's always another
本来
side
あ
of
り得ざること
things.
が起こるのもまた
It's only natural for unexpected things to occur.
Honestly,
Like,
yeah.
もしそういった事態になった場合私に八つ当たりをするのだけ
I'm
は
saying that when it
思い
does
とどまって
happen,
ほしいと言っ
don't
ている
blame
のだ
me.
He tried! He really tried. Everyone in school is a magi, you're calling it now. Also, hello, Jade. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Archer smiles dryly. Just that action makes me want to take it out on him, but if I did, I could be late for school. That is the only reason you want to do it, Rin?
そんなことあるわけないじゃない。もしもの話っていうのは起きないからもしも
Rin
の
is
話な
really
のよ。
growing on me.
Really?
もしそんなことがあったら
I
そ
really
の時
like
は
her.
私の見通しが甘かったってだけ
That
なんだ
won't
から
happen. A hypothetical is a hypothetical because it won't happen. If it does, it just means my analysis was too shallow.
よし確かに聞いたぞそれでは行こうかリン
Alright, I'll remember that. Let's go then, Ren.
He got
Like-
the con-
She's the worst, but I'm really starting to enjoy
君の
her.
学びは
Right?
30分そろそろ出なければ間に合わない時間帯だ
It should take 30 minutes to get to the school, so we won't make it unless we leave soon.
And now is when Rin just gets the toast in her mouth and just gets carried bridal style by Archer.
She's late for anime school.
She is strategic mastermind.
驚いた。もしもの話って本当にあるのね。
I'm surprised hypotheticals do happen.
ああ私も驚いているいや何事もケチをつけておくものだな
Yeah, I'm surprised as
思
well.
わぬところで役に立っ
Pays to argue over everything. It had an unexpected payoff.
Did she already run into someone? As soon as we pass the school's main gate, we joke around like that. Oh, they're fucking like, oh my god, look at all of this magi activity. Oh my god.
You're
Around-
just fucking yucking it up.
Around us are students heading to classrooms, and it's almost time for homeroom. Also, I want to point out that like Archer right now is in spirit form. So she just looks like she's talking to no one. Absolutely, she's just speaking. To
Hypotheticals do happen.
In the crowd of people rushing into the school building, we stand dumbfounded.
空気がよどんでるどころの話じゃない。
Oh god!
これ、もう結界が張られてない。
This isn't just the air stagnating. Isn't there a boundary field set up already?
完全にではないがすでに準備は
It's
始まっ
not
ているよう
complete,
だ
but
な
the preparation seems to have already started.
Someone is not just a mage in school. They're making the school their fucking field of
ここ
play.
まで派手にやっているということはよほどの大物か
If he's doing this so openly, he must be a real big shot.
I can't believe we're going to see the first servant, fucking Spanton, G Spanton.
とんでもない素人ね。
It's
異常を感じさせる結界なんて
Or a
三流だもの。
complete amateur. A boundary field that lets others notice the abnormality is only third class. To be first class, it has to be hidden until it's activated.
で君はどちらだと思うリン
so which do you think it is, Ren?
さあ、一流だろうが三流だろうが。
Who knows? It doesn't care whether he's first class or third
私
class.
のテリトリーで
I'm
こん
going
な
to
ゲ
beat
スな
him
ものしか出てこ
mercilessly
ない
for setting up such an
どんどん燃えて
indecent
いく
thing
チャン
in
スだ
my
よ。
territory. Indecent?
She's awful.
I wonder if a modern mage has ever tried to claim the servant following them around his stand. I love that. You were going to make this fountain joke, Joan. Too late. I walk angrily through the schoolyard. As a magus, I'm not about to mince words, but I can be satisfied until I properly punish the creator of this boundary field.
I think all Rin's been doing is mincing words since this started.
Also, can we talk for a moment about how much of a fucking dom she is? Or like, she's not just no, she's not a dom. She's like a paper tiger specifically.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. No question about it.
Like, oh my god, girl. Like, she's always, like, trying to prove herself and, like, has that air of superiority, and she's a brat. Thank you, Sudani, yes.
And the instant anybody fucks up, she's going to pounce on it.
After second period, while walking back from the music room, I see a first-year student walking unsteadily. The student is carrying some stack of papers and it looks like she's having trouble.
手伝うわ、さくら。
I'll help you, Sakura. Do you want a Sakura?
That was me gasping.
Oh.
For the help.
遠坂先輩。
Tohsaka senpai?
I love her already.
何、プリント？世界史って言ったらうちの担任じゃない。
What do you mean, why the porn music, Alanis?
女性と
No.
に使いをさせるなんて何考えてんだか。
She wants to be a dom so bad, but you could fold her like origami and throw her to the curb. So daddy, please. What,
What?
that?
It's not wrong.
World history? That'll be my homeroom teacher. That Kazuki, what's he thinking making a girl do this? Here, give me half of it.
はい、
Oh,
あ
thank
り
you,
がとうござい
senpai.
ます、先輩。
Is she
I
going to be the one we fight?
don't worry about it.
いいっていいって。それじゃこれ、さくらのクラスまで？
It's fine. So, we're taking this to your classroom?
くずき先生のところです。誤字があったから回収するって言って
No,
ま
we're
した。
taking them to Kuzuki sensei. He said he's recalling them because there was a misspelling.
I think you may. Wait, no, one moment. Let me. Can you speak now?
Hello?
Okay, I increased your voice a little bit because I think it was a little bit too low.
Ah!
And now, Anya is sonorous. Now we're taking them to Kazuki Sensei. He said he's oh, that's you. Sorry.
納得。くずきは融通きかないからね。
I understand. Kazuki's really stubborn. He's the guy who canceled the whole test just because there was one misspelling in it.
試験って学校の試験をですか？
I can't hear you.
I didn't say anything. Oh, did you mean her or?
Hello?
Hi. Oh, that's what you meant. You lost contact again. One moment, chat. Why does this keep happening? It's weird. Now I know why it keeps happening because we're trading data packets over B2. She just slid. I think it should be fine. Anya? Hello? Give her a moment, chat. Don't worry about it. Fate streams curse. Shut up, Jackie. Shut up about
Hello?
it. Hi.
Hi. Hello. Hi. I could hear you.
There you go. Don't worry about it. It happens sometimes.
I have been saying Fate streams are cursed. Just like the last time, it is also pouring rain. My internet could go at any moment.
Don't worry about it. Do not even worry about it.
Whatever you do, don't worry about it.
I love that just as you said that, your capture froze. It's fine now, but like for a moment.
Everything's so broken.
I love it. But yeah, let's proceed. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you see the next line of "You mean the school's exam"?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see it.
Good.
Oh, you mean the school's exam?
そう。あれは去年の中間試験だったな。
Right, I think it was last year's midterm. He came in while everyone there was filling in their names and said in his usual tone that the midterm has a misspelling in it. He said that the question was not correct, so the midterm was to be cancelled and retaken at a later date. We were surprised, but so were the teachers, and they still talk about it today.
今でもあれは語り草よ。
I hate him already.
なんか クズキ先生らしいですね。それ。
That's just like Kuzuki sensei. He doesn't think teachers should make any mistakes.
クズキのは度が過ぎてるけどね。さくらもそのうち思い
He goes too far though. You'll realize soon too. Kuzuki is as stubborn as a rock or a mountain.
He's as stubborn as a rock or a significantly larger rock.
クズキ先生のことが好きなんですね。
Tohsaka senpai, you must be like Kuzuki sensei. It's rare for you to talk about someone like that.
そうまあ確かにクズキはもうちょっと柔軟性があるかなって思うけど。
Well, I think he should be more flexible, but... I think that, but I also think he's not bad this way. At our school, there's a teacher liked by all students and a teacher feared by all students. The balance between the two works so well that I think Kuzuki-sensei is a good disciplinarian. He's a stick in the carrot and stick approach.
まあ2年になればもっとクズキと顔を合わせるようになるわ。あいつは倫理も受け持ってるし。
Well, you'll get to see more of him once you reach second year. He teaches ethics too.
そんなことよりさくら、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだけど。
More importantly, Sakura, is it alright if I ask you something?
何ですか、先輩。
I don't think I can do that better than she can.
What is it, senpai? Don't worry about it. I really like...
No, I just mean I feel like that was pretty self-explanatory. We're all weebs here. We know what's up.
さくら、見かけない外国人と話してなかっ
It's
た？
about yesterday. Were you talking to a strange foreigner?
見てたんですか、先輩。
Oh, you were watching sometime?
たまたま。それであれ何だったの？
Just by chance. So, what was it? Do you know him?
いいえ、それがそのよくわからない人だったんです。
No. Well, he was a strange person and he seemed lost. He asked me lots of things, but I couldn't make out what he was saying, so,
So she ran away.
ごめんなさい。
Sorry, I was just a bit curious. As stubborn as being between Scylla and Charybdis, says Jade.
いえ、構いません。その、ここまででいいです、先輩。
no, it's alright. Here's fine, senpai. I only have to hand these to him now.
She's fucking adorable. I love her.
She's great.
そう？
Okay.
それじゃあまたね。
See you later then. I pass the handouts back to Sakura. As I start to head back to my classroom, I pause.
さくら、最近はどう？
Sakura, how are things?
はい、大丈夫。
Oh,
元気です。
it's okay.
私。
I'm doing fine.
そう。シンジがまた何かやったら言いなさい。あいつはどってものを知らないから。
I see.
黙っていると
Well,
恥
if
ずかしい
Shinji does something again, tell me. He doesn't know when to stop, so it will only get worse if you don't say anything.
心配いりませんよ、先輩。兄さん、この頃は優しいんですから。
It's fine. You don't need to worry about it, senpai. Misan has been kind recently.
She says that with such a smile, I can't say anything else. I bid her goodbye once more and turn my back on the familiar junior. You were about to say something, Anya?
No, that was the gentle sound of the soundproofing foam on my wall just falling off for no reason.
Okay, fair.
Maybe it'll just
Don't worry
stick
about it.
back up. Yeah, it's fine.
She's so pretty I can't say anything, but I, Rin, I'm super straight. I am going to say nothing at all. This card strikes again, so Soja, this time. Please. No curse. I am also not going to comment on anything there, Joan. The day ends.
I do think we're cursed. Just throwing that out there.
Students leave the classroom and the building gets darker by the second. The sun will set soon. When the red sun sets and night falls, there should be no one left in the school.
始めるわよ、あーちゃん。まずは結界の下調べ。どんな結界かを調べてから、
Let's begin,
消
Archer.
すか残すか決めましょう。
First, we need to check out the boundary field. Once we figure out what kind of boundary field it is, we'll decide whether to eliminate it or leave it. I address my invisible partner. Archer must understand as I sense him nodding. Cursing fate streams with my mind exploding feature studio with Jackie! Stop bullying! Stop! No.
How dare you use your psychic vampire powers upon us?
A boundary field is something that protects its caster. You could call it a geographical magic, in which one needs a line of magic across a land to change the interior. Infinite different effects are possible within a boundary field. There are all sorts of boundary fields, from ones that conceal the area from people's eyes to ones that limit the use of magic within them. The most aggressive of all are those that oppress life forms within them. The boundary field laid out over our school is of that kind. It is not yet complete, but once it is, everyone in the school should fall unconscious. But something like this won't affect me. After all, a boundary field is something targeted not at me, but at the place I am in.
Friends
So-
just built different.
Such an indirect magical energy intervention has no effect on magi, who have magical energy throughout their bodies. A weak current floating through the air will only be repelled by a strong current like myself. So this boundary field has a different intention. I don't know what kind of person set up this boundary field, but his intention is not to defeat a master. It's hard to believe.
Ghastly.
It's hard to believe, but his target is everyone in the school. There's only one reason to do something like that. Unbelievably, this guy is...
No, not that.
More Jujutsu Kaisen barriers. I searched the school building and emerged on the rooftop to finish. It's dark outside. It's 8 o'clock now, way past the school closing time, which is 6. The only people still in the school are me and Archer.
これで7つ目か。とりあえずここが起点みたいね。
You could make a very bad taste joke and you're not, by all means. So this makes 7. Well, it looks like this is the origin. An 8-stroke mark is openly drawn on the rooftop. This purplish-red character, only visible to Magi, is something I have never seen before, engraved with something unknown.
参ったな。これ私の手には負えない。
Damn it, this is not something I can handle. The person who set up this boundary field didn't think about anything. He didn't think, but boundary field is bound with amazing skill. I can temporarily drain magical energy from the boundary field, but I cannot eliminate the boundary field itself. The boundary field can be reactivated just by having the caster put more magical energy into it again. Well, there are limits. If there's a stream, you could make a bad taste joke and... Yeah, Jade? Yeah?
I think it would be this one.
Yeah? Archer says nothing. He's been quiet ever since we came out to the rooftop, probably because he too recognizes the power of this boundary field. This boundary field doesn't just drain one's strength. Once activated, it will literally dissolve all the people within it. There are boundary fields that drain physical and mental strength from people within them, but the boundary field laid over the school is on a completely different level. This is a soul eater. It is a blood fort that dissolves people within it and claims the souls that seep out.
Jesus Christ.
Since ancient times, souls have been hard to handle. Even though they are believed to exist and are necessary for magic, only one magus has ever understood the soul. Souls are only things to be investigated or things to be moved into containers. It's incomprehensible not merely to suck them out, but also to collect them in a single place. It's because a magus has no use for them even if one were to collect this convertible energy. So if there's a reason, it must be...
アーチャー、あなたたちってそういうもの？
Archer, are you servants this kind of creature? I ask coldly.
ご推察の通りだ。我々は基本的に霊体だと言っただろう。
It is as you suspect.
食事は
I told you we were all basically
第三要
spirits.
素となる。
Therefore, our meals consist of souls and mental
君たち
constituents.
が肉を得ようとするように、サーバントは
As you subsist on me, we subsist on souls and minds.
栄養を取ったところで、
Yeah?
基本的な能力は変わらないが、
Our basic abilities don't change from such nourishment, but we do become tougher. In other words, our magical energy capacity increases.
Yep.
というわけだ。
Servants
Warfield.
are basically like vampire adjacent in that sense.
Warfield.
Warfield. Yep. To strengthen your servant, you must attack people indiscriminately.
マスターから提供される魔力だけじゃ足りないってこと？
So the magical energy the master provides isn't enough?
足りなくはないが、大いに越したことはない。実力が
It's not that, but it doesn't
弱
hurt
点
to
を
have
武して補
more.
うのが
In war, if you lack strength, you make up for it with supplies,
周
right?
囲の人間からエネルギーを奪うのは
It's a basic
マスターとしては
tactic
基
for
本
a
的な
master
戦
to
略
steal
だ。
energy from people
そう
around
いった
them.
意味で言え
In
ば
that regard,
こ
this
の武
boundary
器は
field's
効
very
率がいい。
efficient.
Very coolly said, Archer, but fair.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the hype. This is pretty exciting.
Knowing the servant that set it up, they can bore me. Tom, please? Tom is simping already for someone you haven't even seen.
I'm so excited.
I mean, I do agree, but like... Archer is saying that if I want to win, I should kill people and steal their strengths.
Kill people with hammers.
How simple. I already knew that. That's why I think I know which path I'm going to choose.
それ勘に触るわ。二度と口にしないで。
That's annoying. Don't ever mention it again, Archer. I say so while staring at the mark. For some reason, Archer sounds happy as he confidently answers.
同感だ。私も真似をするつ
I
もりは
feel
な
the
い。
same way. I don't intend to do so either.
They're good people!
Woo!
さて、それじゃ消そうか。無駄だろうけど、
Well,
とりあえず邪魔をするぐらい
Let's erase this. It's meaningless, but it should hinder them a bit. I approach the mark and extend my left arm. The magic crest on my left arm is the Book of Magic passed down the Tohsaka family. I switch on my sense. I push magical energy into my magic crest, read the part that explains the elimination of boundary fields, and now all I have to do is activate it. Can you, hon?
Abzug Bedienung Mittelstand.
Thank you. Eliminate surgical extraction, second section. I touch the surface with my left hand and let my magic energy flow out. This will at least wash the color of this mark, but...
なんだよ、消しちまうのか？もったいねえ。
Ooh. That's a new boy. That's a new man.
What? You're going to erase it? What a waste. Suddenly, as if to stop the erasure of the boundary field, a voice echoes out. I quickly stand up and turn around.
Ooh.
Oh, hi! You are here!
Oh, hello, sir.
On top of the water tower, in the sky 10 meters away, a guy is looking down at me. Deep ultramarine that melts into the night. His grin is wild, and a bestial smell carries on the wind. The stare of the beast is a cool one. The man in blue looks at me like an old friend, even in this situation.
これ、あなたの仕業？
It's the main character in the Fire Emblem game, shut up! Is this your doing?
いや、小細工を浪するのは魔術師の役割だ。俺たちはただ命じられたまま戦う。
Nah, pretty tricks are the magic job. We only fight as we are commanded to. Isn't that right, you over there? Casual, but his voice is filled with murderous intent. This guy can't see Archer.
やっぱりサーバント。
As I thought, a servant.
そうとも。ね。それが
That's
わかる
right.
お嬢ちゃんは
Since you can tell, I can consider you as my enemy, right? Oh boy.
I'm getting really excited.
The Void Man, the guy that has been my last stand for the entirety of you playing Fate Grand Order, yeah! My spine freezes. A normal, light tone of voice. And it's colder than anything I've ever heard, scary enough to make me vomit. I can't tell how I should move or what are my best courses. But my reason is telling me absolutely not to fight this man right here.
ほう。 大したもんだ。何もわからねえようで要点を
Wow,
抑えてやる。
that's pretty good. You seem like you don't know anything, but you crossed the important points.
ああ、失敗したなこりゃ。
Man, I messed up. I shouldn't have called out to you just for fun. The man raises his arm. It happens in an instant. The arm that held nothing until now.
Ooh.
Now holds a red weapon 2 meters long. I jumped to the side without thinking. I can't spare the time to consider that I can't jump full force while on a rooftop. I just jump with full force to the side as if trying to smash the fence. Oh boy. A whirlwind brushes past my hair. Barely made it. He rushed me in an eye blink and mercilessly slashed at the space I just occupied.
いい足してるな。
You've got good legs, young lady. The blue whirlwind pursues me. There are no escapes. The fence is behind me, to my sides. No, I won't make it.
Es ist groß, es ist klein.
My response is fast. I run the magic crest on my left arm and assemble the magic in a single measure. It lightens.
Big, it is small.
It lightens my body and adjusts gravity. In this instant, my body becomes light as a feather, and I leap. You. I know. Let me handle it. I jump over the fence and fall from the rooftop.
We've all been there.
Archer being really useful right now. Don't worry about it. Wack just excited by the mention of beast smell. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I am not taking this from chat. The wind and pressure push against my body. 15 meters to the ground, 1.7 seconds into landing. That's too slow. He will catch up.
Vox, Gotasatis.
Archer, take care of the landing. Did you take it from him though? No. It wouldn't be the first time Wax simped over a character associated with how shot. I could shut down the stream right now, chat. I could.
It wouldn't even be hard. The stream was basically doing that for us.
Oh, it's a BN. We get choices, but otherwise, we're just going to be reading for the ride, Alanis. Don't worry about it. Also, this is the prologue, so I don't even know if the prologue has any choices to begin with. I let Archer take the impact of the landing and start to run as soon as my feet touch the ground. First, I have to change the location. We have to go somewhere we can move around freely, not a small place like the rooftop. We have to move to a large field with no obstacles to play to Archer's and my strengths. I ran from the rooftop to the school ground in less than 7 seconds. It's more than 100 meters, my speed is so fast that normal people could see only a blur. But that's...
Alright, he is infinitely less intimidating from the waist down. This man is just wearing pants.
Man, don't worry about it. Also, hello, Plasma! Man, those are really good legs. It will be a waste to kill you here. Meaningless against a servant. Archer!
Archers!
At the moment I step back, Archer steps in front, taking form. A cloudy night. In Archer's hand is a short sword that reflects the weak moonlight. I love that!
That's like one of the best, like, anime man reactions.
Right!
Eh?
The man crooks his mouth. That's good. That's the way to go. I don't mind people who are quick on the uptake. A large whirlwind. That's the weapon swung at me on the rooftop. The blood-red crimson lance that tried to mercilessly slaughter me. Servant Lancer. That's right. And your servant is Saber. Or maybe not. Who the hell are you? There's no sign of his previous casual demeanor. In response to Lancer, full of murderous intent, Archer remains silent. The distance between the two is about 5 meters. The weapon in Lancer's hand is about 2 meters. For that man with the bestial smell, I feel like the remaining 3 meters are meaningless. I kind of really like that.
That's kind of sick. Like, yeah, okay, cool. There's 5 between them. His weapon's 2 meters long,
It's
and the rest don't
meaningless.
matter.
Yeah?
まっとうな一騎打ちをするタイプじゃねえなてめえは。ってことは
You're not the type to engage in one-on-one combat, so you must be an archer. Archer doesn't respond to the sneering voice either. Confronting each other, strangely, are red and blue. The two counterfeit color knights are already watching for the other's clinching blow.
いいぜ。好みじゃねえな。
Alright, I don't like it, but now we've met. We'll just have to fight. Come on, take out your bow, Archer.
これでも礼はわき
I
ま
have some manners, so at least wait for that.
Oh, this guy looks too buff. He's got honor.
Counterfeit? Did they mean contrary? Maybe? Maybe. Could be.
I don't think counterfeit would be. I don't think that makes sense there. So I
Yeah.
feel like that has to be what they were going for.
Yep, it may just be a misspelling there. Remember, this is a fan translation. It's been fine so far, but there's occasional wonkiness to be expected.
I've seen worse professional ones.
Honestly, yeah. Archer does not respond. He's just playing up the cool-headed, what the fuck do we do next? There's nothing to say to an enemy he must defeat.
Either.
That steel bag of his seems to declare so.
I feel like he's either bluffing really hard or he's cooler than he's letting on. It's one of the two.
Maybe both, even.
Maybe both. I hope it's both.
Archer's back, says Tom.
Seconded. 100%.
That makes me realize I'm being stupid. Archer is just waiting for my reward. My command.
アーチャー
Archer? I talk to his back without approaching him.
手助けはしないわ
I won't help you.
あなたの力
Show me your
ここで見せ
powers here. Was that a laugh? He grins as if to answer my words, and the Red Knight dashes forward. Thrilling gust of wind. Short sword in hand, the red bullet launches.
Ooh.
バカが
You fool! What meets him is a blue spear thrust. If the dashing archer is a raging wind, the responding spearhead is a divine wind. The sword is swung, a swing to deflect the thrust. Archer parries the thrust of the high-speed lance with his short sword. The one in red stops. The enemy did not permit Archer's rush. The enemy doesn't even let him get within 2 meters the range of his spear. For a long weapon, distance is always preferred. As Lancer has a weapon almost 2 meters long, he only needs to attack when the enemy comes into his range. Thrusting at an approaching enemy is easier than moving out yourself.
All this spear talk, Jackie's so fucking smug right now.
I bet! Jackie loves their spears! But even so,
Fucking full arm, bitch.
Lancer closes the distance himself and doesn't even allow Archer to move forward.
たわけ旧兵風情が接近戦を挑んだ
Idiot! A mere bowman challenging a close-range fight? His temper is like a burning fire. Lancer closes in with each blow, with no thought of stopping. With a long weapon, it's suicidal to close in on an enemy. The spearman's tactic is to use their long range to defeat the enemy and win the battle. So as Lancer is just advancing unchecked, he doesn't have a chance of winning.
嘘
No way! But that's just by the book! Lancer's lance shows no vulnerabilities as it strikes for the throat, shoulders, forehead, and heart. Thrusts so fast even the after images are blurred. As each strike of his lance repels, rebuffs, and pushes back Archer, any one of his thrusts could be called a final blow. But even as a bowman, Archer is a servant. No ordinary attack can be a final blow. He's just taking it. He's just... Oh no! Fate time outage. I'm so sorry to hear. Having repelled the lance aimed at his forehead, Archer closes in with speed superior to Lancer's lance. Based on its shape, you might think the main attack of a lance is a thrust, but the basic strength of a lance is in its swings. This is because a wide swing using its long range does not allow the enemy to dodge it by stepping back. A partial retreat does not allow escape, and an attempt to counterattack will only result in a slashed stomach. But simply going forward will end up in a smash rib from the long shaft of the lance. Archer and Lancer are similarly built. On top of that, it's hard for Archer with no heavy armor to step into range of a lance swung like Whirlwind. But thrusts are a different story. A blazing fast thrust, certainly certain to strike you, is certainly scary. Shut up! Shut up! I know there's a certain homoeroticism to two big burly men bumping meat out in the school field, but shush.
I think this is the most foundational, like, homoeroticism that exists. This is classic Greek homoeroticism. Two muscular men trying to kill each other.
But as long as the attack targets a point, there are many ways to avoid it once you see it. As Archer did just then, hitting the shaft of the approaching lance redirected slightly creates an opening. It must be because he underestimated a bowman. The advantage of a long weapon isn't the length and freedom of its range. Once Lancer has discarded these advantages himself, his defeat is...
Oh, son of a bitch, I lost the stream.
Oh no! Oh no. Are you okay?
Whatever you just reacted to, I didn't see.
It was just Lancer sliding to the side and me and like both of them were like sliding around a bit. Don't worry about it. They were just.
Oh, beans! I missed the dude sliding.
I'm
still waiting. The stream is still not come back out.
There's a black screen that says "huh" when you are back. Do you want me to restart the stream?
Might be a good idea.
Okay, let me reshare. I should think about lowering the amount of packets your model sends to see if that helps a bit. Also, I restarted the thing.
Yep, I see it. I hear it.
Okay,
All's good.
Perfect.
Huh.
He has to take the head before he can really take the shout, says Jade.
We all start somewhere.
The one in red stops. A nightmare-like time is reversing. The thrust is faster than the previous ones. Oh man. Ugh. Archer tries to parry the blow, but he gets flicked away along with his weapon. There are no openings in Lancer's attack. No, not just that. The thrust increases in speed and power without limit, and it becomes a final blow even for a servant.
Oh fuck.
We were the ones that underestimated him. For that servant, for Lancer's weapon, there are no general rules about lances. Who could ever parry continuous attacks without even space to breathe between them? Archer manages to retreat a bit and parries, and as a result, the distance between them opens a little. That distance? Lancer uses that distance as a runway to launch an even more powerful attack. He's just fucking... I mean, he's blue-colored and has spiky hair. Of course, he's just all about sonic speed. Don't worry about it.
It's the fastest thing around.
The raging, continuous attack is only a repetition of that, but the blows themselves are godlike. 10 blows already. No, it must actually be many times more than that. The heavy rain of lance pours with yet more strength, trying to skewer Archer to death. It's not fast, but it's just skill. It thrusts like a waterfall with no change in speed. What can Archer do as he's now on the defensive? With such a short sword, he can only parry the lance. He has no way to close on Lancer, and he continues to retreat. A vacuum of steel unfolds. Support, I have to back Archer up, but my throat won't respond. My magic has poor aim. Unless Archer gets far away from Lancer, I will hit him with my magic as well. Such an opening would only increase Lancer's advantage. Besides...
I lost the stream again.
Oh no. Frankly, I'm captivated! Rin! Are you getting horny at this? Let me...
Hey, I lost... Yeah, okay, cool.
Let me restart again.
Also, I'm also captivated.
How's
There's
that?
something about big meaty men bumping meat that kind of gets me.
Bumping meat.
Bumping meat.
I love
with
that thing
chests.
so much.
It's so funny.
Uh,
All right, stream's back. I hear it. We're all
Good.
good.
This is a battle between servants. Who couldn't be captivated? Hello, mi badada! Why couldn't she get horny for a blue man furiously thrusting at a red man? Wait a second, she's a Sonic fan. Shut up! This is the Holy Grail War itself, where we use heroic spirits, the highest rank of familiar, whom we could never otherwise obtain. Servants. Familiars of different classes that obey the 7 masters. These are the highest rank familiars, called heroic spirits, that the Holy Grail summons. So it's misleading to call them familiars. Originally, familiars were just beings that ran errands for the magus. Imagine, perhaps, a cat in boots?
Woo!
What are you talking about?
No, I'm with it. I'll imagine a cat in boots. I have no.
And happy pride bones, yes. Or a cute white bird. Or a black dog that doesn't obey its master, or something like that. Familiars that a mere magus can summon are of that level. Familiars are just familiars. They are only mascots that run errands for their masters, so they cannot be being stronger than their masters. But servants are different. They are the most powerful beings. Even for sorcerers, of which there are only 5 in this world, it would probably be impossible to form a contract with them. It's not that the summoning is hard or even that the ability of the servants surpasses that of the magus. Servants themselves are beings above magic. I'll make it clear. Servants are heroes from the past. Myth, legend, fable, history. Fiction or not, the superhuman beings who gained concrete existence in folklore are what we call heroes. A hero that becomes eternal in people's minds is no longer human after their death and is promoted to another form of existence. Humans who bring about miracles, save people, and achieve great deeds are called heroes even after their death. After being so called, they're promoted to heroic spirits after their death and become guardians of humanity.
Weird.
It doesn't matter whether these people existed in reality or only in stories. It is people's minds that create a hero. People's wishes that this is how things should be, give them form and set them up as real. Authenticity does not matter. They can have form as long as they have fame as a legend and people have faith. The ultimate ideal humans have created, the greatest human people have created. These are the heroes, the heroic spirits. And of course, since they are beyond human, they cannot be controlled by humans. A magus usually borrows their power only to mimic them. They can't summon the heroic spirits themselves. But the Holy Grail made that impossibility into reality. It summons the heroic spirit beyond human control and turns it into a familiar obedient to the master. That nonsense is proof that the Holy Grail is almighty. And with the passing of years ignored, the heroic spirits are summoned. The most recent from 100 years ago, the oldest, more recent from 100 years ago, the oldest from the ancient days. The 7 heroic spirits obey each of the 7 masters, protect them. Oh, again? Hi?
I was just gonna say most recent from 100 years ago probably means Goku doesn't count.
Oh. I should mention, though, that is slightly misleading. The one most recent servant we have seen is Nikola Tesla.
That was 100 years ago.
I mean, more or less, it's like on the very limit verge right now. Died like more 80 years since his death at this point.
Just long enough for copyright to expire.
Yeah, and I believe Nasu mentioned, even though he couldn't add him, and it doesn't like make sense chronologically because it would be too recent, in terms of modern like historical figures that may qualify, he mentioned who was it? Neil Armstrong, for example, as the first man to step on the moon, as someone who could like qualify of like modern-ish times for this kind of stuff. Thomas Edison includes all the presidents, so Obama isn't there. Shut up! We don't have time right now to talk about Thomas Edison and fate. We do not talk about the Lion Man. So, are you there, Han?
Yeah.
Your capture froze.
Fantastic. I think the stream may have also.
Allow me to restart again.
We
But yeah.
love it.
Don't worry about it. Restarting it is simple enough that is non-disruptive, and also I was like chatting for a while there. The most modern canon servant is probably Voyager. Yes, but Voyager is a fucking weird-ass fringe case, and also the actual thing he appears in is a hypothetical future. So even then, like, he's a servant summoned in the future to modern day. So it's like more like longer time. Also, let me like click and see if you can see the stream, hon.
Yep.
Okay. Heroes from every age and country are revived into the present day to kill one another for supremacy. That is why this ritual is called the Holy Grail War. Oh my god! They're just going at it. But it seems the Holy Grail has its limits too. Even the Holy Grail cannot indiscriminately call unto these spirit-like beings. Just as a form invented by humans is required for the imaginary sixth element, known as the devil, to take... I'm sorry, wait a minute!
You can't drop that and move on.
Yeah! The heroic spirits also need a form to live in this world.
Rin, what the fuck does that mean?
That form is their temporary name, and the way they exist in this world. The Holy Grail has furnished classes, so that the heroic spirits may take form more easily, and it only summons the heroic spirits that match these classes. It's like a passport to the present, as it sets up a role as a familiar in advance. By allowing the summoned heroic spirit to take on that role, it helps the spirit take form. If there are 7 masters chosen by the Grail, there are also 7... Oh my god, Anya. Your capture just returned, but it returned by making every delayed packet of movement until that moment happen in an instant.
That was just me processing, don't worry.
That was so funny.
I just saw it on the preview. Oh good god.
There are 7 furnished classes. Knight of the Sword, Saber. Knight of the Lance.
Oh, look at his pants!
Lancer, yeah! Look at those pants for Lancer! Knight of the Bow, Archer. Mounted Soldier, Rider. Magus, Caster.
That's a wizard.
Silent Killer, Assassin. Mad Warrior, Berserker. Only the heroic spirits with attributes of these classes are summoned to the present to obey the master and become a servant. This is the servant system, a summoning and interact with a heroic spirit beyond human control to win the miracle beyond human grasp. The ultimate competition held only on this ground, the one and only Holy Grail War. And she is just nodding. She's fangirling right now. You realize this, right? Archer is fucking dying. Like, right now, Rin is just taking a selfie, like, living my best life on the Holy Grail War. And then it's like, Rin, Archer is getting fucking mauled. This isn't about him.
So 2 things. 1, sick. I think all the pieces that were missing so far in my, like, broad understanding have now been filled in, and I get the basic premise. Secondly, the stream has frozen again.
This is genuinely incredible how this is happening. Actually, let's throw the call and restart just in case.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sorry about that, chat. I don't know why things keep, like, happening like this. It's very good that those 7 class rules are set in stone and won't change in any other Typhoon work ever, right? 3 streams in, Anya gets the basic premise. I love video like this. Thank you, Sadani.
Yeah, like okay, cool. We are almost done with the prologue, and I think I know what's happening.
Yeah. Listen, it's just a little bit of, what's the name? Of of Battle Royale for a wish. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Fortnite.
Now I need to find a gif of Archer dancing the Fortnite dance. There
It
has
has
to
to
be.
exist. It has to exist.
Oh. Like you said earlier, Rin is going over what she knows in the universe, yeah? A loud crush. The short sword.
Okay. So the stream froze already.
How is this happening?
Oh wait, no, it's back. It's back.
Oh.
It's back. No one panic.
The short sword that deflected Lancer's lance flies from Archer. Oh no!
Oh no.
This is Lancer's technique. A straight thrust that turns into a sweep at Archer's wrist. It was a blow Archer could not avoid even if he had seen it coming. There is no effective way of pairing a lance with a sword. A strong rebuff only results in a stronger counterattack, and a weak rebuff does not create any openings. The important aspect of the battle between a sword and a lance lies in defeating the enemy when he's at the wrong range.
Manuke.
Idiots. Look at this man posing!
He's saying, look at my ponytail. I want you to see it.
Look at my hunky ass. Look at my hunky ass, girl.
He has way too much hips for that. But then again, also, like, his legs start, like, right there, so maybe not.
There's no hesitation in Lancer. His movement to push Archer back stops. He must intend to end the match in a single instant. The stairs of the firmly placed Lancer and the swordless Archer clash. Oh boy. In that instant, the lance is thrust just like a flash of light. It can't even be seen. Forehead, neck, and heart. 3 shots are launched, anyone a fatal blow. But the flash too fast to see is repelled by a shining blade. Huh? In Archer's hand is a short sword again. A sword like before, a Chinese sword like a hatchet. But the biggest difference is he has two! He doesn't have one! He has two!
I know exactly what charm he just used. It's only Essence 1.
Listen, Fate is quite exalted, isn't it?
It's great. It's quite exalted. I think that's because Eastern media is quite exalted.
Fair. A pair of swords.
He's got 2 swords.
And his sons are matched swords, mirror images of each other. A bowman trying to be a swordsman. Lancer's lance flies. Oh man. Look at them. As if to finish Archer off, the lance moves faster and faster. Archer defends with a burning spirit. His hawk-like eyes say that he will not retreat anymore. No, he will only advance from now on. The clashing sounds are like a well-orchestrated music. 2 steels clang against each other. The sparking clashes increase in rhythm without pause. The battle of the 2 is like a vacuum. It sucks in the air around them, and it seems like anything approaching them could be cut to pieces. In reality, it only lasts an instant, but for me looking on, it seems to take an infinitely long time.
I can't hear you.
Oh. Hi? Hi. How does this keep happening, Han? Hey, whoa. I'm so sorry for... We need to figure out this at some point. I don't know what... Actually, I do know why. One moment, chat. One moment. Please enjoy the sounds of Lancer and Archer fighting in the background while I fix this. I have an idea.
Hello?
Okay. Hi? Hi? Give me a moment.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Hello, Han.
Why, God? Why, God?
Give me a moment. I am going to... Okay, Okay, I was going to change the collab settings, but I cannot while the collab is going on, so never mind. Next time I will try reducing the packet send from 60 FPS to 30. It will be like maybe choppier, but it doesn't matter. It will be for the best.
That's probably a good idea.
It will be done for the next stream,
Word.
so you can see things, right?
I hope.
Yeah. There's a like arrows moving next to the last line of text.
Yeah, we're good.
Over 100 blows have been thrown and Archer loses a sword every time. But it's only for a moment as Archer has a sword in his hand the next instant, forcing Lancer back a little each time. Lancer finally admits his carelessness, that even though he doesn't know who is before him, he will be the loser if he dismisses him as a mere bowman. She was so obsessed for a saber that even Archer is a saber, you know? By the way, remember when I told you how fucking funny it was to mention about archers on bows?
Yes.
This is the very first instance we see an archer, and he fucking uses swords.
I mean, like, I was imagining him just pulling daggers out of a quiver. Like, it's the scene in John Wick 3 where they're in the, like, weapons museum and they're just throwing knives at each other for, like, a solid 2 minutes. Like, there's no reason for it.
Such a goddamn it, I love you. Spoilers in chat. Don't worry about it.
I'm very good at avoiding it.
The distance widens. Probably to recover, Lancer puts a large distance between them. His speed is extraordinary. Archer's charge was out of this world, but it was still slow compared to Lancer. The movement of his retreat had panther-like speed and agility. 27. I've disarmed you that many times, yet you still have more. Lancer mutters in irritation. No, it's more like confusion.
I don't know where I got them either.
Technically, Archer doesn't know his name, so yeah, technically he doesn't know.
I guess he doesn't really know shit, yeah.
I feel the same way. According to Father, a servant carries only one weapon. Their weapon is filled with magical energy, so it's not something that can be created one after another like Archer was just doing. Servants are heroes that sublimate their spirits after death, equaling the holy spirits. To put it another way, they are like devils or angels. They are powerful familiars on their own, but their most powerful weapon is their proof of heroism, a magical item called their noble phantasm.
So, name drop devils and angels, sure. But did you not just tell us that the devil was the imaginary sixth element?
Don't worry about it. I don't have any fucking clue what the sixth imaginary element is, but I'm sure it will come up later. I love Fate. I do not know what that is. I have heard it like mentioned before. I have not looked it up.
I believe someone earlier said they're not sure if it's ever explained.
Oh no.
Which, like, that's pretty powerful, I think.
You know what? Fair. A noble phantasm is a weapon or armor the servant used when they were a hero, and it's treated as a last resort. The noble phantasm is the one and only weapon for a servant. This is because the noble phantasm is an ultimate weapon without equal. The lance that Lancer is using will show its power as a noble phantasm when Lancer deems it necessary. A noble phantasm is an impressive weapon by itself, but its true ability is to release all of its power using its true name. Heroes' weapons which rule over all others, and which have killed dragons and gods. Servants activate their noble phantasms using their magical energy. It's much like magic. Servants recreate the destructions in legend using their noble phantasm as a catalyst. Noble phantasms are never disposable. The source that Archer brought out must be excellent, but they cannot be his noble phantasm. He's a servant Archer, so the noble phantasm he conceals must be a bow.
I think Rin's a very reliable narrator.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, essentially in this sense, for example, the servant Siegfried has the noble phantasm of Balmung, his sword. It's not as straightforward all the time, but a lot of the time.
What's wrong, Lancer? It's not like you to just stand there and watch. Where's the energy you had just now?
I can't believe you just got pushed back to the brink like that, and you got the advantage now and you're being cocky at him?
He just threw 27 knives. I'd feel like a badass too.
The world building of Fate is fractured, scarce, exiled in time, and frankly, sometimes playing weird. Thank you. Yeah, I know.
しタヌキが減らず口を
You're
叩きやが
talking
る
crap, you cheater. Lancer's irritation is understandable. Even though Lancer fought as a spearman, Archer fended him off as a swordsman. Which means Archer hasn't shown him any of his abilities yet. So it's natural for Lancer to feel Gasly. Hey, is Gasly in chat?
Hey, we know that guy.
It looks like the imaginary elements are explained, but only in ancillary guidebooks published separately and years after the game. Thank you, Nasu. I love you.
Fantastic.
いいぜ聞いてやるよ
Alright, then, I'll ask
ど
you,
この英雄だ
what hero are you?
二頭使いの旧兵なぞ
I've never heard of a bowman using two swords.
そういう君は分かりやすいな。僧兵には最速の英雄が選ばれるというが、君はその中でもえりすぐりだ。
On the other hand, it's easy to tell who you are. It's said that only the fastest heroes are chosen as the Lancer, but you surpass even that.
Don't worry about it, Jade. Rules are broken so many times, and as Anya just said, Rin is not the most reliable narrator. She's going off of what she thinks she knows about the Holy Grail War.
I said she was very reliable.
これほどの宗師は世界に3人といまい。加えて、獣のごとき
There
敏
aren't
捷さとい
three
えば
Lancers in this world at your level, and on top of that, there's only one with such beast-like agility.
Do you think you can guess who this man is?
I just cycled through like 6 jokes. None of them were funny. What were you gonna say?
No, I was like actually wondering if you had any clues as to who a famous spearman with beast-like agility, described as like brutal and like beast-like, could be, with a red spear. Chrome Fire Emblem, shut up.
No.
ほうよく言ったアーチャー
Oh, well said, Archer. At that instant, his bad murderous intent makes me forget to breathe.
Take a shot.
Lancer's arm moves. This is different from before. He stands free from contempt. The spearhead is lowered as to strike the ground, and only his stare pierces Archer.
ならば食らうか我が必殺の一撃を
In that case, you shall face my finishing blow.
止めはしない。いずれ超えねばならぬ敵だ。
I think I lost your audio again.
Oh no! Let me do an oof in chat. Bonk. I'm back in. Hi. Can you hear me? Anya? No. Okay, let me type. Want to try something? Wanna close BTube Studio? And see if that fixes things on its own. As much as I love having Anya in the background like that, if it's going to hinder the stream, it may be better to just have her as a PNG.
My physical body does not matter. Remove me.
Remove you? Okay.
Cast me into the darkness.
I cast Anya into the darkness. 1 second, chat. I require closing the...
It's okay. Don't worry about me. You can find me on the Wayback Machine.
Imagining dial-up noises emanating from her while her mouth is stuck open.
Entirely accurate. Entirely accurate.
Okay. 1 moment. I lost my OBS. There we go.
Fate stream cursed.
Fate stream indeed cursed. Is it back now?
Okay, so I can see.
You can or can't?
I can. That was a can.
Okay, good. So, your line.
Oh. I won't stop you. You're an enemy I will have to defeat sooner or later.
Lancer's body sinks down. At the same time, a chill like thorns fills the schoolyard. The air freezes. Not a metaphor, it literally freezes. All the mana in the air is frozen. The only person allowed to breathe here is the warrior called Lancer. The lance in Lancer's hand is unmistakably a demonic one. And now, it is waiting to take its true form in the moment it strikes.
まずい。
Shit. He will be beaten. I don't know what kind of noble phantasm that is, but Archer will be beaten. It's implausible since this is the first time I've felt such an intuition, but there's no doubt about it. Archer will die when that lance is thrust. It is determined. Literally, Lancer's lance is the embodiment of an inescapable death. Oh. Archer will be defeated. Archer will die when Lancer pierces his heart. And yet, even though I know what's going to happen, I can't even help him. Because if I move even a finger, that will trigger the attack. Here we go with the abstract abilities, don't worry about it! You still there, Emiya, by the way?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just...
No, don't worry.
I'm absorbed in the atmosphere.
You are taken in. I was making sure since I cannot see you now.
You'll never know if I'm actually here or not. Now that no one's watching me, I can fall asleep.
So if anything can stop this battle and stop Archer's defeat, it could be...
誰だ?
Who's there? It would be the chance appearance of a stranger we have all overlooked. Huh? I uploaded her to the fucking cloud. Rest in peace. The ghastly air coming from Lancer disappears. The sound of fleeing footsteps. That figure is definitely wearing a school uniform.
生徒まだ学校
A
に残ってたの
student? Someone was still here.
そのようだな。おかげで命拾いしたが。
Seems so. He did save our lives, though.
Archer says calmly. Well, we were certainly saved, but...
失敗した。ランさんに気を取られて周りの気配に気づかなかった。
My mistake. I didn't notice my surroundings because I was preoccupied with Lancer. Hey, Archer, what are you doing?
見てわからないか。手が空いたから休んだ。
Can't you see? I'm resting since I'm free now.
そんなわけないでしょ。
You can't do that. Oh, what about Lancer?
さっきの人影を追ったよ。目撃者だからな。
He went after that guy. He saw us, so Lancer probably went to eliminate him.
For an instant, my thoughts stop.
追ってやっちゃ。私もすぐに追いつくから。
Follow him, Archer. I'll catch up right away. Archer goes after Lancer immediately.
くそ、なんて間抜け。
How stupid of me. I curse my carelessness. It's the rule of Magi to eliminate any witnesses. Which is why, if one didn't want to do that, one just had to allow no witnesses. I've done that until now, so why do I have to make such a mistake today of all days?
It's the energy of, like, this is it. This is the Holy Grail War.
Yeah.
Some random schlub sees you? Okay, hold, get his ass.
Lancer has some interesting priorities. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Also, Lancer was like going to win on that. Like, there is a certain thing to be said about Lancer completely believing he outclasses Archer. No muggles rule.
No.
We do not JK rolling in this chat. We do not. A night where even the moonlight is obscured. A student is lying on the cold hallway floor, and Archer is standing still. He's staring silently at the student. Ooh. A smell hits my nose. The blood on the floor makes clear that it's the smell of death.
追ってやっちゃ。ランサーはマスターのところに戻るはず。せめて相手の顔ぐらい把握しないと。
Gotta maintain the masquerade. Follow him, Archer. Lancer will probably go back to his master. This won't be worth it unless we at least find out what his master looks like. Archer goes after Lancer. I'm left alone with the student lying on the ground. I can't look straight at him. But I must. This is my fault. This is my fault. This is my fault. Ever since I was a child, ever since I became the successor of the Tohsaka, I've been preparing for something like this. There's no good or evil for Magi. I've always told myself that this road was only my blood and the blood of others, so...
ランサーの槍で一突きか。
One shot from Lancer's Lancer.
心臓をやられてちゃった。
You can't be saved with your heart pierced. I don't know how long it's been since Lancer killed him. Was he lucky or unlucky to be pierced through the heart? I guess Lancer's attack isn't a simple external wound as the flow of blood from the rapture isn't too severe. It's not too severe, but it's all over when the brain doesn't get any more blood. Basically, if his heart were pierced, he would have died instantly.
その割にはまだ死んでない。
But it's amazing he isn't dead yet. Yeah. He's still breathing faintly as if to give his last scream. But that will only last a few more seconds. He can't heal his own wounds and I don't have enough power to save him either.
顔を見ないと。それぐらいはしなくちゃ。
I had to look at his face. I should at least do that. I tried to touch the head, facing the ground, and realized my fingertips won't move. They're trembling. I wonder why. I'm used to such things. I've had to make these kinds of choices many times before. I've lost many things due to my mistakes and my selfishness. That's why I'm ready for a day like this. So why am I so angry at myself?
ごめんね。見とるぐらいはしてあげる。
She's trying so hard to be the unfeeling Magus.
Oh, I love this.
Sorry, I'll see you off at least. I control my trembling fingers and my falling knees with my will and look at the face of the student. A huge smacking sound. It really feels like I've been hit on the head with a hammer.
やめてよね。なんだってあんたが。
Stop it. Why does it have to be you? I grit my teeth. Not to suppress my trembling, I'm really pissed off. Why is it him? Why did it have to be him? I'm not mad at Lancer for killing a witness quickly and perfectly, just as Erdman should do. I'm just angry at him for staying late at this place on this day. Sakura's face flashes in my mind. She will definitely cry. And I recall one red the day after school a long time ago. A distant sunset, someone always running alone, and a boring girl staring at that from far away. And from before me, the corpse of someone who happened to get involved. There is a way. I may fail and lose my last result in the process, but there is still a way. No, I will lose my last result whether I succeed or fail, so the result for me won't change. It's a mistake. The fact of his death is already determined. It's my fault for not noticing the things around me. It's his fault for unluckily staying late. So I don't need to go that far. Because this is what my father, who gave me nothing else, left just for me. A powerful chunk of magical energy, a reliable last resort to win through this battle. A precious thing just for me.
だからなんだってのよ。
So what, idiot? I shake the feeling off and kneel in front of the one who will become a corpse in another second. I've done it. The pendant in my hand becomes lighter. My father's memento is drained almost to emptiness and falls into what used to be a dying body.
まあ、仕方ないか。
Well, it cannot be helped. Yes, it can't be helped. I didn't have the power of skills to revive someone with a damaged heart, damaged blood vessels, and on the verge of brain death on top of that. That's why I had to make up for my lack of skill with this powerful object.
まだ息があるのが運の尽きだった。
It's lucky he was still breathing. If he was completely dead, no amount of magical energy could have revived him. But since he was still alive, I just did what I could and ended up saving his life.
失敗してたら目も当てられなかったけど。
It could have been awful if I failed, but since I succeeded, I guess it's alright.
ええ。
Yeah, I feel fulfilled to be honest, so this wasn't such a bad experience. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
I'm just bluffing.
行こう。済んだことは済んだこと。
Let's go. What's done is done. I have to head back before he wakes up. Yeah, there's no need for me to stay here any longer. Archer should be following Lancer, so I should go home by myself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here.
She just saved someone important to her dear friend. Don't worry about it.
That's kind of sweet. This character's really growing on me.
You are starting to see the depths of like Rin as a character beyond her bravado.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I still find the bravado so charming. But then it's like when I see the good, I feel validated.
On my way back, Rin Sundari, she's even more in the anime somehow.
Textbook Sundere.
On my way back, I remember. I left the pendant at school. Just a pendant now that the magical energy has been drained out of it.
もういいか。
Well, I've no more use for that pendant. Sure, it might have a bit of magical energy left in it, but surely less than the 10 jewels I have. What my father intended to leave for me was enough magical energy to win the Holy Grail War. So now without magical energy, that thing is meaningless. Don't you love that in the 2 days she's had a servant, she has 1. Used one of her 3 command spells, one of her trump cards, and 2. Wasted her 1 memento left by her family to help win the war in ways that completely do really not much for her.
So I'm really starting to like this bitch because I think I'm this stupid. And I'm relating.
Don't you love that I actually put her outfit on you on the thumbnail now?
I'm kind of thrilled, yeah. That's kind of great. I also like how you could tell by the camera shake, 'cause she just came home and just flopped.
Just little details, just little motions in the VN style, don't worry about it.
It's lovely. The presentation's fantastic.
I enter the house without saying anything and sit on the sofa. Rin is very much a "I'm a genius, oh no" character. The cringe child's feel girl. Archer isn't back yet. I sigh and listen to the clock for a few minutes.
いい加減頭を切り替えなくちゃ。
I have to switch
あれだ
gears.
けの戦いを経験しておいて、何ほうけてるんだ
What am I
私
doing daydreaming after a battle like that? I jump up and brew some tea. There are so many things to think about. Most importantly, the servants. I have just witnessed a battle between servants I had previously only understood intellectually.
ランサーか。宝具を使われそうになった時は焦ったけど。
Lancer, huh? I panic when he almost uses novel phantasm, but I could have found out his identity if he had used it. The easiest way to beat an enemy servant is to learn their identity. Ignoring for the moment the idiot who doesn't even know his own identity, the biggest weak point of a servant is their true name. Discovering the servant's true name, in other words, figuring out their identity, should let you take a guess at what kind of noble phantasm they might have. It goes without saying, but since servants are heroic spirits, they have a legend associated with them. If you figure out their legend, you should be able to find out most of their abilities. Servants are called by their class names because they want to hide their true names. Because the more famous a hero is, the more people know about their weapons and their weaknesses. A heroic spirit that becomes a servant never gives out their true identity. The only ones that know the servants' identities are the masters. There's even a tacit understanding that the masters hide their servants' identities while trying to discover the identities of the others. This is the 5th Holy Grail War. The qualities of the servants are determined by the ranks of the summoned heroic spirits. It goes without saying that the more famous heroes and the heroes with better weapons are stronger. But it's difficult to summon such heroic spirits. To summon a heroic spirit, one must have a connection with them, such as a weapon that they use during their lives. Even the Magic Association has few of such things, so generally one will summon a heroic spirit that suits them, like I did. A servant's strength is determined by the rank of the heroic spirit. But it's not that simple, as even the most powerful heroic spirits may have a hard time depending on the class they're assigned to. That is because of the special abilities assigned to each class, the possibility of the weak defeating the strong. The 7 classes each have different additional ability, and one even has a chance of defeating an opponent of higher rank depending on the ability's affinity.
It sure was nice of the universe to make sure that everybody was balanced.
Yeah! To take for example, an infamous hero has defeated a great hero 4 times in the past. As far as I know, the most powerful servant is Saber. In all the previous 4 wars, Saber has made it through to the final fight. It is said that the 3 classes, Saber, Lancer and Archer, have strong magic resistance. To put it simply, magic is pretty much useless against them. It's because they are fighters who fought through the Age of Myths, when magics were widely used. Magics that Magi use now would probably dissipate just by touching them. Anyways, that's why these 3 classes are considered the basics and the best. Another that's worthy of mention is the Servant Berserker. The heroic spirit summoned into this class loses their sanity. Just as the name implies, they become a mad warrior puppet of their master. The benefit from this is a strengthening of their power, far exceeding the powers they had when alive. However, the more powerful a servant becomes, the greater the burden it imposes on the master. In the past, masters who summoned Berserker couldn't control their rampaging servants and destroyed themselves by running out of magical energy. No exceptions. The winners and losers of the Holy Grail War are largely determined by the abilities of the servant. Well, I expect there are ways to win it by the master's efforts, but it's basically a fight between the servants. That is why a master should be very careful when summoning a servant. I like the heroic spirit lore, you know?
This is really interesting. I apologize, I'm not commenting a ton. Like, genuinely, I'm just kind of captured.
No,
this is really cool.
The silence speaks by itself, don't worry about it.
Hey, it's very well put together. I'm having a blast.
It's just Pokemon. Shut up.
It's Pokemon for people who were really, really into history.
As I have mentioned before, probably the most obvious example of this talk about the servant weaknesses is fucking Achilles. If you know that the enemy servant is Achilles, you know exactly what his weakness is.
Hit him in the foot.
Hit him in the foot. Foot fetish.
Hit him in the fucking foot.
I silently consider the plans we should make from now on. The clock, fixed already, strikes 11 while I do so, and Archer comes home.
おかえりなさい。成果はどう？
Welcome back. How did it go?
すまない。失敗した。よほど用心深いマスタ
Sorry,
ーだった
I
のだろう。
failed. Must be one cautious master.
こち
At
ら
the
の
very
町
least,
が
Lancer's master is not on this side of town.
As I expected. Why did the mere mention of Achilles' heel prompt you to talk about food? We shall never mind, that's just you being youth. Yeah, exactly!
I think it's because we're literally talking about a weakness for feet, just in a different context. I think it's entirely relevant.
Don't worry about it. Lancer was alone, and it seems his master isn't the type to show up for battles personally.
そう。まあ、
I
簡単に
see.
はいかないわ
Well, I
ね。
guess it won't be easy. Yep. There's no way everything will go as I might hope. So it can be helped. Let's consider what happened tonight as a tuition fee for the lessons learned.
覇気がないな、マスター。いつもの伊勢は
You
どうした
seem down, master. Where are your high spirits? Don't tell me you got scared by that one fight.
というのは
You
なし
so order, I'm ready to go battle Lancer
君
again
が
right
命じ
now.
るのなら、今すぐに
Just
でも
right
ラサ
now.
との再戦に赴い
Wait
てもいい
those pizzas, Jade. Archer protects silently that we should do so. I see. I guess I'll look depressed.
そんなわけないでしょ。私が打って出ないのはね。
Of
単に
course
無駄
not.
手
I'm
間をしたくない
staying
だけ
in
なんだ
only because I don't want to do anything pointless.
無駄手間をしたくない。
Anything pointless?
だってまだマスターの数が揃ってないでしょ。
Well, all the masters aren't present yet, right? Tonight could be held, but I wouldn't start fighting before we get the signal. My father told me this is one of the rules of the Holy Grail War.
そうか。君の父親もマスターだった
I
のか。
see. So your father was also a master.
Archer nods, understanding. Then Archer makes a troubled face and starts to ponder something.
何よ。何か言いたいことでもあるの？
What? Do you have something you wanna say?
ああ、一つ聞き忘れていた。
Yeah, there's something I forgot to ask.
リン。君は幼い頃からマスターになるべく育てられ、
Rin,
それに
you've
従
been
って
raised
きたの
since you
だろ
were
う。
small to be a master.
つまり、
You've accepted that,
初めから
right?
マスターにな
So
る
you've
ことを予想して
expected
い
to be
た
a
わけだ。
master since the beginning?
当たり前じゃない。
Of course. Well, there are certainly masters that are suddenly appointed, but I'm different. For the Tohsaka family, the Holy Grail has been our earnest desire for many generations.
Literally built different.
Yeah.
そうだろう。なら、目的が塔にあるはずだ。
I thought so. So you must have a purpose.
私はそれを聞き忘れていた。主の望みを知らなければ、私も剣を
I forgot to ask about that. I can't swear my sword to you unless I know my master's wish.
リン。それで、君の
So
願い
Ren,
は何だ
what's your wish?
願い？そんなの別
Wish,
にないけど。
I don't really have one.
何
Ah,
Oh,
I hate it.
Archer's making a funny face.
He's looking at me. I like it.
Listen, look at him.
Jeepers.
そんなはずはあるまい。聖杯とは、願いを
That
叶え
can't be
る万能
true.
の
The
杯
Holy
だ。
Grail is an almighty grail that grants wishes. Becoming a master means obtaining the Holy
だ
Grail.
というのに、
So how can you say you
叶え
have
る願いがない
no
とは
wish to
ど
grant?
ういうことだ
Jane is like, why are you here?
What are you fucking doing here?
What are we fighting for?
Why are you doing this?
Archer is asking with a serious expression. Oh, I see. Master's wish after obtaining the Holy Grail isn't irrelevant to the servant. But it's strange. Father said that servants have wishes as well, but that is only their wish. I don't think Archer should be concerned because I don't have any wishes.
よし、明確な望みがないのであれば、漠然とした願いを例えば、
Alright, you don't have a specific wish. Why not wish for something ambiguous, like ruling the world?
なんで？
Why? The world is already
それ
mine!
私のものじゃない。
Jesus fucking Christ.
Rin? Actually, what the fuck are you on, girl?
Hey Rin, what the fuck are you talking about? You got bullied at school.
His fucking face! Archer is just so dumb like, this is my fucking master.
Can you run that back for a sec, Rin? What the fuck?
あのね、アーチャー。世界ってのはつまり自分を中心とした価値観でしょ？
Hey now, Archer, the world is just another word for the things you value around you, right? That's something I've had since I was born. If you tell me to rule such a world, I already rule it.
That's so obviously not what he meant.
Archer looks at me with a troubled expression. This person taking place in the super magical battle death battle. I just thought it could be a good life experience. Listen.
I'm just here to have fun.
Rin's, like, the fact that she doesn't have a wish is extremely telling, right? Like, the thing here is that she literally would not be here if it wasn't because she has to live up to her family name and her father's legacy. That is her wish. And her wish is accomplished by being in the Holy Grail War itself. There's nothing she wants from the Grail. She just wants the Grail for the glory of it.
I smell the first part of a character arc. I feel like we might be preparing for takeoff.
Rin is simply operating on a wavelength available only to the terminally wealthy. She just wants a cool mug. I participated in the 5th Fuyuki Holy Grail War, and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
And then the Lance guy's just wearing one that says I'm with stupid.
So much work is supposed to go into taking part in the Holy Grail War, isn't it? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm amazed the guy really is hard-headed.
バカな。聖杯とは望みを叶える力。
The Holy Grail is a power to grant wishes, a power to obtain the worlds. Are you saying you're seeking it yet you have no wish?
何も望まないというのか、君は。
You think Elon Musk refers from terminally wealthy too? Yeah, he does.
だって世界征服もめんどくさいし。
But trolling the world could be so troublesome, and there's no point in wishing for something so pointless. You seem to lack imagination. I love her.
理解に苦しむな。
Not only do I want or not want that, that's just kind of stupid in the first place. I don't understand. For what then do you fight?
そこに戦いがあるからよ、ハーチャー。
I fight because there's a battle, Archer, and I'll take whatever I can get. I don't know about this Holy Grail thing, but I can just use it when I find something I want, right? As a human, there are infinite things I might want in life. Yep, there it is. She is just part of a mage family in the area where this happens, and she just has to live up to it. She
Can I get
just...
some Holy Grail War for the table? I don't want to be the only one fighting.
Oh, wait. 1 second. Oh. Had to stretch.
I thought that was a phone ringing. It sounded like a dial tone.
No, that wasn't me! Stretching!
I realize that now, yeah.
つまり君は
So you're saying...
That sounded like a pigeon, like a shut up! Shut up! Shut up, chat!
ええ。ただ勝つ
Yep.
ために戦うの。
I'm fighting to win, Archer.
I played a win.
Archer's shoulders lump. Maybe he's disappointed in my opinions, but it seems he's finally relaxed.
参った。確かに君は
I give up.
私のマ
You're
スター
certainly a worthy master for me.
Ugh. I find it hard to deal with that kind of comment, so I wish he'd stop saying such things. Why are you fighting to fucking win?
シャーバントにマスターを選ぶ権利はないけど。
Huh.
一応
A servant has no right to choose their master, but I'll ask for the heck of it. Why am I a worthy master for you?
言うまでもない。君は間違いなく最強のマスターだ。
It goes without saying, you're unmistakably the
使える
strongest
相手とし
master.
てこれ以上のものはない。
No one would be a better master to serve than you.
Archer is just like, there is no fucking lunatic who could go into this hell, like, just for the hell of it, without being, like, the most determined motherfucker in the world, so, you know what? Sure, Rin. Goodbye, Alanis. Good night.
Take care.
そう。ありがとう。
Thanks.
あなたに言われ
It
るなら
doesn't sound like flattery when you say
な
it.
さそうだし
I look away because I'm embarrassed. I find it hard to deal with Archer because he speaks frankly like this, even though he's so cynical. But, well, I'm honestly happy he trusts me. I trust Archer, and he trusts me. I don't think this sense of solidarity is a bad thing.
さて、ならば一息入れようか。7人目
Well
の
then,
マスター
let's
が
take a
現れ
break.
るにせよ
Even if the seventh master is going to appear, it won't be right now. Wait a minute. Rin, what happened to that jewelry of yours?
So don't worry about it. Hey, Watchdog! Welcome to chat. We lose
Hello.
one, we win one. Welcome.
飾りってペンダントのこと？はあ。あれなら忘れてきちゃった。
You mean my pendant? Oh, I forgot it. It's out of power, so there's no use for it, right?
What the fuck did you do with it?
それはそうだが。
That's true,
君は
but
そう言うならいい
well,
が。
if you say so.
ええ。父さん
Yeah,
の
it's a
形見だ
memento
け
of
ど
my father, but it's not like it's my only memory of him.
よくはない。
There.
そこまで強くあることはないだろ
That's no good. You don't have to be that strong, Rin.
Aww.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh.
He's
Oh,
getting...
he cares.
Oh. So saying, Archer takes out the pendant I left at school.
Oh. Oh.
拾いに行ってくれたんだ、あーちゃん。
You went and picked it up for me.
う。もう忘れるな。それは。
Don't forget it again. No one looks right on you, Rin. Oh my god, I'm blushing. Wow, okay.
Look at his little blush.
Oh wow, okay.
I don't like camera facing Archer, yeah?
It literally is like a little jump scare every time I just see him rotate towards me.
Soja says, oh my god, they're both tsundere.
Yeah, they're just like each other.
As if he's embarrassed, Archer looks away as he hands me the pendant.
そう。
I see. Thank you.
じゃあ、ありがとう。
I accept it. To be honest, I don't know if I should be embarrassed or cool about it. Redman jump scare. The pendant
I think I
is...
lost your voice again. Yeah, I did. Whoop.
It lasted way longer. It lasted way longer, at least. Let me rejoin. Chat being Dogos. Hi. Can you hear me now? Oh, that's the wrong stream.
Fucking hello.
Hi. Hello. Hello. Anya? 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 Here, girl. Come on.
Fucking hello.
Don't be afraid. There's no viruses here. I'm not the government. Come on. Anya. Come on. Come on. Hey, girl. Come on. You can come out. Don't worry. I promise no one is going to put you in a disc. Don't worry.
I'm not going back to prison.
I think she's back.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
So I do want you to know that you did come in on... I'm not the government. That was great. Yeah, it's a trustworthy phrase, exactly. I felt good coming back to that.
I'm streaming at you, right? Can you see in here?
I can hear elevator music.
Yes, good. As expected, there's no magical energy left in it. Empty of magical energy, it's just an expensive but ordinary jewel, and it doesn't hold any power. But as Archer could put it, and if there's no power left in this pendant, it still has a meaning as something my father specifically left for me. Then maybe I can just laugh off the fact that I helped that guy by sacrificing my trump card. Wait a second. Something clicks in my head. I wasn't thinking straight back then because of my regret, but thinking about it calmly, I missed something. He saw us, so it will be dangerous unless we adjust his memory. Basically, Lancer prioritized eliminating the witness over his battle with us. Lancer's thinking probably matches his master's. So if such a master finds out the guy they killed didn't die, what could he do? He couldn't let the guy keep on living. I get up from my sofa. It's been 3 hours since then. I might not make it, but after all I did, I have to make it on time. I ran through the night. Fortunately, I know where his house is. No, I didn't look it up, but it just happens that an acquaintance of mine goes there a lot, though I've never been there myself. Things that a totally not stalker says.
Very normal things. Good job, Ren, you're doing fantastic. Honestly, you're just taking on unwanted troubles.
It'd be real fun if that person was just dead. Archer has no interest in cooperating. He was against saving the guy when he was dying, and he's against me going to help him right now. It's midnight. Under the cloudy night sky, we reach the Japanese-style house. There's no sight of anyone in this house on the edge of the residential district. There aren't many houses around it, and there's no one to come and help if something happens here. My breath is white. A wind starts to pick up. It must be quite strong as the clouds start to drip fast. The supposedly warm wind of Fuyuki sends chills down my spine, making me tremble. Even if Fuyuki is considered warm, it's still cold on the hill. The air around here is frozen. I strain my ears in the cold atmosphere. In the frozen feeling, I feel a small sense of an enemy. He's here. The servant from before. I bite my lip. His presence is perceptible on the other side of this wall. Lancer is in the house already and about to kill the same guy again, who has just come home without a clue as to what happened. I'll just have to jump in and beat him. I'll worry about what happens next when it happens. Just as I'm about to command Archer to go in. A bright white light, like a fallen sun, comes from within the house. The presence is eclipsed by another presence. The wave of power of the Serpent Lancer is consumed by an even larger wave. The instantaneous explosion of ether gives the spiritual being a body, summoned to overpower Lancer.
嘘
No way! I can only mutter, but it's true. To prove it, Lancer jumps over the wall and leaps away as if fleeing from this place.
ねえアーチャー
Hey, Archer! Is this another one of your hypothetical scenarios?
さあな。だが、
I don't know.
これで
But
七
this makes 7. All the masters are here now,
数が揃
Ren.
ったぞ。
Do you love the fact that Fate Grand Order still uses that sound effect? Yep, that little ding jingle is the same in FGO. It's a little, like, lower in this game, but it's still used to this day. Archer answers calmly. I've lost my normal judgment. That's why I didn't even consider the obvious bend that could follow. The wind blows strongly. Clouds cover the sky like an umbrella. The unlit suburbs are enclosed by darkness. And the servant jumps over the wall, coming down like a demonic bird. Archer has reacted already, but I couldn't react. That was my mistake. The battle ended with that small opening, not lasting even a second. It might have been only a second for me, but for that servant, it was an opening that couldn't be ignored. A sword rushes for me. Oh man!
アーチャー
Archer! Oh!
Oh no!
Archer pushes me aside and the servant slashes him. It happens in an
God.
instant.
He took an attack for us. Wow.
Archer, who handles Servant Lancer's flurry of attacks beautifully, has been taken down with one blow.
アーチャー消えて
Archer, disappear! But I make it in time this time. Just the enemy servant is about to cut off Archer's head with her blade. I forcibly remove him. A pain in my right hand. It must have been an excessive command, so a command spell has disappeared from my hand. But there's only one remaining. But this is for the best. Rather than having Archer die, I could prefer to lose one of my 2 command spells. Giving no consideration to Archer's disappearance, the serpent attacks me.
なめるな
Don't underestimate me! Ooh!
Ooh.
I take from my pocket a topaz with a wind spell sword in it. Then I launch all the magical energy it contains at her without processing it. This thing, which can blow away a house without a trace, is a bundle of wind spells I've stockpiled over time. It's one of the 10 jewels I've been putting my magical energy into for 17 years without rest. I'm using all the magical energy stored in it, so even if I can defeat her, it should at least slow her down a... No, not even that. It did nothing. The swirl of wind that instantly tears apart anything caught within it disappears like a magic trick the instant it touches the serpent. Such strong magic resistance. Mere magical energy from a magus cannot hurt the serpent. So this is it. She can't be hurt by magic, and I've lost the protection of Archer, so I can't stop this serpent. I barely managed to avoid a one blow, but that's all. I look up at this night sky. In it is the figure of cold-hearted death, who is looking down at me as I lay miserably on the ground.
Hey, I know this one.
There she is!
Hey, I've seen you.
The wind blows. In between the dark clouds and the spiral sky, the moon shines. The falling moonlight and the beautiful face. This is the servant that drove off Lancer, defeated my archer in one strike, and annulled my magic with no trouble.
今の魔術は見事だったメ
You,
ガス
you may, boy, sir.
That magic was splendid, Magus.
The girl's voice is like a bell. Just this voice is like a nightmare right now. It's only natural. The more beautiful my enemy is, the more a nightmare it is, as I cannot believe the difference in her strength. Yeah?
You homo, you gay woman, you
だが最後だ
lesbian.
アーチャーのマスターよ
But this is your end, Master of Archer.
The point of the sword shines brilliantly. On the verge of death, I understand. With just one look, without proof. This is the card I wanted. The one said to be the strongest of all servants, the hero of the sword. I look up at the moon accepting my death. There's no time for me to flee or plead for my life. I will die here, and Tohsaka Rin's Holy Grail War will end on the third day. There is only disgrace and regret, and I will probably banish bearing a grudge against my enemy. But still, I don't feel anything. Something must really be wrong with me. Even though I'm going to be killed in an instant, I adore her again. That's right. If you ask for regrets, that's it. But I guess it can't be helped. Because she's the most powerful servant. Because her figure is just so heartless, so infinitely valiant, and so beautiful. Yeah?
Jesus.
Yeah?
She's so gay.
Yeah?
She's so gay.
Yeah? Oh! Hi!
Oh?
We get an opening!
We get an opening?
Yes, we get an opening!
Okay. I'll
End
get hyped.
of Prologue.
I believe the stream has gone white.
Oh no! Why has it gone white? I cannot do anything. That is just not capturing for some reason.
Oh, fuck.
I can just watch it on YouTube later and show you all. That is not something I can do. That is literally the capture not working.
What a shame. Let's
will-
sit here and react to it as much as we can in specifics so that everyone feels left out.
It's just showing us all of the people, don't worry about it. As soon as the intro, it's how the BN handles the video files for the openings, yeah. Can you see it, Ann?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, Ann can see it at least.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped.
Fate, stay night. And now now it returns. Now the fucking visuals return. Oh, look at the opening. Like... I am the bone of my sword. Steel is my body and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades. Unknown to death, nor known to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray, unlimited blade works. I love that chant so fucking much.
That's kind of sick, yeah.
Allow me to actually... Okay, chat. Actually, no, I will go through the... Wait. Is this still the prologue, by the way, chat? I assume... Is this the beginning of the Fate route? Or is this still the prologue? I need that confirmation. This is the beginning. This is chapter 1. Okay, this is actually chapter 1, so allow me to say.
This is the beginning of the prologue. Is now a good splitting point for now? Because I can't imagine after this is going to be short.
Yeah, this could be a good splitting point if you want to stop now and leave the start for next time.
I think that would be kind of cool. We've wrapped it up and then we can just dive straight into, like, stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm so excited. Watching that opening after, like, all that build-up and the atmosphere has been fantastically built. Genuinely, I take back what I said criticizing how droning the, like, first part of this game was. It genuinely helped.
It builds things up, didn't it? It is the first day, in fact.
Was that the end of 3 or 4 streams?
That was the end of the third stream.
End of 3 streams, and the prologue is over.
Yep, but we are, like, ready to start. Also... I want to make one thing clear here, and that is I actually knew that Rin had a gay panic when she had Saber pointing. I knew that scene was going to happen, and that is entirely why I titled the stream Rin Tohsaka is a Sapphic Bisaster.
Like, you're about to be murdered, and you just go, honestly, I'm kind of okay with it. She's hot.
Yeah, she literally. Okay, so give me a 1 moment, chat. I'm going to Fate Stay Night opening. I'm going to see if I can find it and stream it so you all can check. Oh wait, right, VN. These are animes. These are animes.
Too much anime.
Visual novel opening. Is this it? 1 moment. I think this is it. That is, in fact, it. Yeah. It is a little bit low quality. It's in 4080. I don't think we're going to get better on YouTube. FSN.
To be fair, it was probably kind of low quality in the thing itself.
FSN BN opening. Oh no. Did I say you know? Oh my god. My Spanish just bled into things for some reason.
It might be, and hear me out here, because you speak Spanish.
Shut up. Is this it? I know you all cannot see anything right now. Oh my god, why is my YouTube loading so fucking slowly? Holy shit. Hi. But yeah, let me check chat since I tapped out to load things. One of those things that's worse in the moment than it's in hindsight. In her defense, Saber is so incredibly beautiful. She really is. We did it. We escaped the prologue. Make sure you get the Fate route opening. All 3 routes. Oh, all the 3 routes have their own opening.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is opening 1, and it is the one we just watched. And this one is the same one, because it's the same video. I just opened the same video twice. I'm so fucking stupid. Okay, so I should be able to pop it out. Increase the decrease. Window capture. Picture in picture. Here we go. Okay, so resolution is going to be a bit fucky, but like essentially this is what you all missed a moment ago, chat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is what you missed while we were like chatting. Don't worry about it. Just a little taste of what's to come in FSN. The way I can actually recognize like a good bunch of the things that are going on here is cool. Like I can see subtle things I love.
It's fun watching it and just having it kind of work as intended on me, because I have no fucking idea who any of these people are and what any of these people are doing. And I'm so hyped to find out. I understand the basic premise and I'm ready for chapter 1.
Any of the designs here catch your attention, by the way?
So, the main girl, the one who just tried to kill Rin, I really like her design. I've seen her literally everywhere.
She's so good.
Like, that is just a very nice knight design. It's very well done. It's quite simple, it's quite effective.
I love her.
I don't know. I can start pointing out things that I like about stuff without it being like, you know, I have no idea who this person is.
But yeah, that was essentially what you all missed while we were fucking about. Meanwhile in chat, Sadani freaking out. It's the guy who says people die when they're killed!
Fuck yeah, dude.
She's basically the mascot of the series, yeah. That is why.
I mean, yeah, like, that would explain it. Like, I've seen Skyrim mods for her equipment before.
Yeah.
Like,
what was the last thing I saw a mod with her in? Like, a game I'd recently played. Oh, I think it may have just fucking been Elden Ring. Like, Elden Ring built for Saber.
oh, yeah, of course.
God. But yeah, we actually got through the prologue and you got to actually, like, get to the actual stakes and the actual, like, vibe of the Holy Grail War actually starting, you know?
And like, honestly, super effective like world building. I'm beyond interested right now.
I am so excited for you to see because I know many things about that is why you're here. That is why I wanted to invite someone, because I know a lot of what is going to be going down, and while I love seeing firsthand how the game handles it and leads up to those things, having someone who is interested in the series and doesn't know jack shit is so exciting to have alongside me.
It's exciting because, like, from what I know about Fate from you, like, this is media I'm going to love once I'm into it. Like, this is exactly something I'm interested in. But I've managed somehow to stay completely blind on everything about it my whole life.
I mean, somehow it's not difficult because this series is notoriously impossible to, like, get into. Like,
but, like, it's not even just that. Like, I have a bunch of friends who like this. So
fair.
It's just like,
Actually fair.
I'm just lucky, I guess. I get to have the experience.
I know you could have fun just watching me gush about it, but I genuinely love having Anya along. It is a joy just enjoying these things together.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, at the very least, it's just nice spending time with you.
You have been fed disparate scraps of random lore from Wax, so I'm going to get more confused than Anya who knows nothing. Lovely.
I haven't even tried to piece anything together yet.
But yeah, there is a lot of things to see, and I know you're going to love a few, like, people in this game, and Lancer made a very good fucking first entrance.
That was pretty sick. I was here for it.
Until you saw the pants.
Like, okay, we didn't see much of the pants. They didn't ruin much.
Yeah, okay, so I need you to know, completely unrelated to anything else, but people ship Archer and Lancer so fucking hard.
Yeah, they're two men who've interacted on screen before.
You have no idea how much stuff there is about them. But I will wait. Lancy pants! Incredible.
Lancy pants.
But yeah, I am very, very excited. Passing through the walls for a second there. I don't know what happened there, honestly. I've been dying not to say things that are relevant 7 games later, just to invite count as a spoiler. There's so much going on. Question, I don't know if you know the identity of Saber specifically?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think I might, but it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not gonna say it because I'm probably wrong. and if I'm not, I don't need to know that.
Okay, I shall not say anything in that case. Lancer's weapon is so very long, but luckily Archer can dual wield.
Florentina's.
Oh, it is gonna be... I hope it continues to work. I think shutting down B-Tube Studio was a good call.
Just stick me up as like a PNG next time. It's nice having the full motion, but I don't think either of us have the internet required to do that.
I don't think I have... Sadly, wait. 1 moment. No, I don't think I have PNG of you right now on hand to use, sadly.
I mean, well, geez, I hope I can get one to you in the next 7 days.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, I think I do have it on my drive, but I don't want to start searching right now at the very end of the stream.
Yeah, okay, so what's going on here in chat is I'm emblematic of my one criticism of the Fate series. I don't like the referring to people by the class names as proper nouns. That's really frustrating.
So...
Like, identify them by their classes. That's great. Stop calling them that like it's their name, because it's really throwing me off.
So I will let you know that Fate Grand Order throws away that convention completely.
Thank God. I know you can't say their names, just don't refer to the class as a proper noun. Just say like, oh yeah, that guy.
Do you want
whatever.
Do you want the extra fucky thing? So in the series Fate Apocrypha,
What a name.
the Holy Grail War that happens in Apocrypha is of two teams, one after another, of like 7 masters on one team and 7 masters on another, overseen by 2 extra ruler class servants. Okay.
Ooh.
You with me? Because there's 2 teams, they are the red team and the black team, which means the servants are referred to with such names as the Rider of Black or the Archer of Red.
See. I see.
Don't you love that?
Like, I understand that, like, you know, oh, look at me. I'm coming into, like, this thing 20 years late and being like, I don't think they should have done this. But...
I mostly mean it because of, like, you not liking the noun. Like, it's even worse for the Apocrypha servants because it's not like, oh, that's Saber. It's like, that's specifically Saber of Red. And, like, it's like... And no,
I feel like I'll get used to it.
And as Tom is saying, Red Saber is not the Saber of Red. There is also a Red Saber in another series. Don't worry about it.
It hurts. This sucks. Fate's terrible. I'm falling in love with it.
Yeah. So again, I want to go back to Fate Grand Order, and in Fate Grand Order. Remember how Rin was like, there's 7 classes made for these things, you know?
Did I lose your voice again?
Oh. How? Hi? Why could you do that, Sada? Don't worry about it, Sadani. Don't worry about it. Saber of Red, Saber, and Red Saber are all 3 different characters who all look the same. Yes, don't worry about it. Yeah, I lost Anya. Give me a moment. I mean, do you wanna say your goodbyes? Anya got DC'd again on the if it connects. Yeah. There you are. There you are.
Okay, based.
As I was saying. In Fate, we are told now that there's 7 class containers for the servants to be manifested in, and then Fate Grand Order, like, then many of the other series, like, add one or another for, like, extra cool things that are outside of the general vibe, and then Grand Order, because it's the big mega mashup, it's the Smash Bros of the Fate series, just goes like, no, we have all of them here, so you got Saber, Archer, Lancer, you got Rider, Assassin, Caster, Berserker, and then you have like Ruler, Avenger, Moon Cancer, you have Alter Ego, Foreigner, Pretender. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I feel like that's like the way you have to do anime power systems. You introduce the rules and then fuck with them, because otherwise, you know.
I have mentioned one thing before, right? Remember what I said about Apocrypha being a Holy Grail war with 2 teams? So, I have mentioned that the Fate series is very much like Homestuck, in which you are told how a hypothetical normal session of Suburb is supposed to go, and then you just get thrown for a loop.
Yeah, like everything gets explained and they go, okay, but that's not happening. Because these are our characters.
Let's not
Everything sucks, actually. Let's explain why.
Jade likes Beast class. Beasts are very cool. It's almost a spoiler, but you gotta remember that the rules in FSN are basically a set of house rules in the context of the wider universe, yeah.
Good lord.
There's a lot to the cosmology. And also, do you know what the best thing is? This is the origin of the Fate series. It is not really the origin of it. The wider Nasuverse, as it is called, that contains Tsukihime and works like Hoyo, those two don't happen in the same continuity, but they happen in the same wider universe. So it means that there are actually concept things that are introduced in like completely unrelated visual novels, which are sometimes referenced in future installments of the Fate series.
Interesting.
Isn't it lovely?
I can't wait until I understand some of this.
There's so much to this series, and I mean, this is so far a very good intro. It sets up everything quite self-contained and lets you know what's going on, at least.
I'm going to drown in this world. It is going to consume me. I can already feel it.
Tom wants me to read Tsukihime. Well, me or us, I don't know. Yeah. Tom wants us to read Tsukihime when we're done with Stay Night, apparently.
I'll let you know how I feel after 73 chapters.
To be fair to Ren, the introduction of extra classes in this timeline was a family secret, so she couldn't know about it. Shut up, please, for the love of God. I don't know. If it's relevant to the story you're reading, it will get brought up, and then if it isn't, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't, parentheses, don't worry about it.
There's a lot. Do you know what's also, once again, I'm going back to Fate Grand Order because it is my main like setting in this universe, and I really love it. But I keep going back to one thing, how she was talking about the toll it takes to just summon servants and the upkeep of them. So in Fate Grand Order, because you have the entire organization of like Magitech powering the summons and like helping you maintain the servants, Ritsuga, the protagonist, just ends up with several hundred servants. Like,
and they're just fine.
Yeah, like you are basically living in a military base in which 95% of the personnel is just servants of every possible class.
Interesting.
It is actually really cool because you get interactions between mythological figures that really shouldn't be brought together, but they are. And you end up sounding like a lunatic when you say, hey, I think Marie Antoinette and Jeanne d'Arc should kiss.
Okay, but hang on. As someone who doesn't know anything about Fate, I still agree with that.
I think the Pharaoh Nitocris and Scheherazade, the, like, storyteller from 1001 Nights, are girlfriends and fuck a lot. And they should. It is their right to do so.
They deserve it.
In Efgo, the servants are powered by a magic nuclear generator. Yup. You just got, like... In Fate Grand Order, you accumulate fucking grail, like actual holy grails, like it's like they're fucking candy.
Nuclear power is the future.
Don't worry, Soja. In Fate Grand Order, Sasaki Kojiro is the savior of France. Do not think about it. Nesuma 11, you're pretty sure. Thruple with the Queen of Shiva. Sheep is very good too. Nitocris and Shez and Jalter and Salter are basically semi-canon lesbian couples. Yeah, they are. I will have to just put Anya over here through the myriad of sheepy bullshit at some point. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm just watching names fly up, and it's all just gibberish to me.
Also,
I know who these guys are, not in any context that matters.
Also, Soja brought up what the fuck do I mean about Sasaki Kojiro being the savior of France, and let me explain because this is actually quick. He was the lowest rarity assassin in the game, and the very first story section had writers, and he has advantage. So he was just like good for the beginning of the game. And the first singularity was in Orleans, so Sasaki is the savior of France. Don't worry about it. He's just dragon killing.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh yeah, for a little context on how hard the lore goes, the 5 sorcerers that have been mentioned that know how to actually perform miraculous sorcery are mentioned, and 20 years later, we still don't know anything about them. We actually do not even know what most of the sorcery does. We know one of them has to do with parallel universes, and I think one of them with time, and that's about it.
Fucked up. It's just like JoJo villains.
Uh...
And also, yeah, somehow that made sense to me.
You've been immersed in the polycule headcanon for Slow RPG the last few days. You think I carry something is supported by canon? Yeah, no, the entirety of Fate Grand Order is one big polycule, and they're like adopted children.
Through the power of implications, you can say that anything is from a text source.
Oh. Don't worry. Listen. Just don't worry about it. Whenever you're starting to think too hard about the Fate series, remember that this is a series in which, canonically, Merlin the Mage is capable of bestowing magic dicks upon people. So don't worry.
See, there you go, that's the problem. I keep worrying about it, and that's my mistake. I gotta not worry about it.
Don't worry.
And also, all of this used to be porn.
Oh, okay, so to be porn, the accepted thing I've seen is that the porn was specifically pushed for because all visual novels at the time had porn, and it basically was, hey, we have filled our porn quota, let us actually world build cool things here.
That's kind of based. That's great. That's how I started making things.
Ironically, though, the thing is, I've actually seen the porn scenes in this game. I've seen them. Well, not like completely, but like I've seen snippets out of it, and I've seen Nasu's like most recent serious writing in Fate Grand Order, and let me tell you, when that man doesn't have to write porn, he will put so many kinks into the series either way. Like, there's no porn, there's no outright sex. My god, does the author's barely hidden fetish shine through?
It's the kind where you read it and you just go, oh. Oh.
Yep. Oh. It is. Listen. When I went through one of the latest FGO events, which was all about shrinking and growing with
that, god damn it.
Yeah, with that one mullet, and there was also a part with some aging and de-aging with some swapped body stuff. And then
damn it.
And then at one point we just got bored, like actually bored, and there was a backdrop of like the inside. Don't worry about it. Like listen, it just happens. It just happens.
Go get my spray bottle.
It's kind of weird when there's fetishes everywhere, but the sex is vanilla. Yeah, the sex was extremely vanilla, but then there's like extreme kink stuff here and there.
We call this plausible deniability.
Also, this thing about, yeah, as mentioned in chat, this thing about the porn being added just to fill a quota is the reason why the first porn scene in the game is 20 hours into the game. There's a 20-hour build-up before the first porn scene in the visual novel.
You have to work for it.
It's wonderful. It's genuinely wonderful. Oh, Fate is inherently horny. The porn is the least horny part of the franchise. I just love it. I see why I love this franchise. You see why I love it.
I do. I understand.
Anyway.
I think I understand completely.
Anyway, do you wanna bid your farewells to chat, Anya?
I think it's time. Sorry, I was going to say that normally and then unplugged the only thing stopping me from overheating, and I had to frantically plug it back in.
I love that.
I have no windows. It's very warm in here.
I need you to know I am right now soaked in sweat and I have a fan directly on myself. Chat, I need you all to visualize an extremely warm and sweaty Wakraya. Don't worry about it. Just keep it in your minds for later, okay? It's important.
So I'm gonna go. I'll see you later. It's been absolutely delightful. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to do more. And maybe, I'm not going to promise anything this time because it didn't go well last time, but maybe we'll do this again next week.
Maybe we'll do this next week. I have faith in us. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's the thing. If it doesn't, I don't think it'll be our fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we are cursed, as we keep pointing out. As
exactly.
I just knocked over my coffee. Everything's falling apart.
No! Anyway, thank you for being around here. I am going to say a few more farewells here, but I love you, Han, and I hope to see you next time, whenever that may be.
Yes, hopefully in a week,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see. We'll play it by ear.
Bye-bye, Han.
Goodbye.
Bye. She's gone, chat. She's gone. Ah. The fate's willing. Ah. It is. It has been an experience. Chat. Now that it's just you and me, you know. I cannot tell that Anya is not listening in on this, tuning into the stream, so I am not going to say anything, but chat, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. So many things are coming up just on the start of the actual game beyond the prologue. It's going to be a shock. I'm so excited to see her reaction to some things. You don't know if you know. Okay, I'm going to make the announcement. Anya, if you're listening to this, do not listen to this. I'm going to spoil a tiny little thing. Rin is not the protagonist. Rin is not. She's a deuteragonist, but she's not the main character of the series. She's not the main character of Stay Night. The prologue has a different, point of view. She got used to having Rin as our girl, and it's going to get robbed now. It's going to be good. It's going to be funny. Allow me to get the end of stream music here, though. My goodness. If it makes it look like Rin, yeah, right. One moment, chat. Yeah, Daybreak. Music ending Daybreak. This has been extremely fun, and I cannot wait to continue this. Tomorrow is going to be more Tears of the Kingdom, Wednesday Cruelty Squad, and God willing, Friday or Saturday again this. And you're grinning so hard right now. No one say anything next time. I want to see her reaction so bad when she's when are we going to go back? Wait a minute. But yes, for now, thank you all so much for being here with me. Thank you for accompanying me on the off hours of the stream. I know I usually stream at 6, at my 6 p.m. So it's always cool seeing people who are here at the different time range of these streams. It's nice seeing people just pop in, pop out. It makes me happy. It makes me joyful. So the slice of life portion begins anew. It does. After the high intensity end to the prologue, we slowly build up again. Thank you for the stream, Wakraya. You're the most adorable. Oh, thank you so much. The Glee talking about the complex backstory of all of this. I am so hyperfixated. Chat. I am a hyperfixated nerd. I have a love for this series, and I may not be the most knowledgeable just yet, but I am doing my best, and I hope to learn more and more as this game goes on, and actually see where my current hyperfixation started. So for the time being... Why is it so low? For the time being, I'm going to be going here, and I'll be seeing you, Hans. Bye!